Hello everybody, it's TMOG welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we'll look at set number 75330, Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama. This is a 2022 set that released in April 26th of 2022, contains 1,000 pieces and 3 minifigures. This is one of the first 3 LEGO Star Wars sets in the diorama collection. Alright, here is the set in its entirety. This is honestly a really cool display set because that's essentially what dioramas are, is they're little scenery sets that are meant for display purposes only. It's not meant to be a play set or anything like that, so keep that in mind when it comes to when I'm talking about the details here. But anyway, it definitely looks like it was taken straight out of Dagobah in LEGO form, if I say so myself. One thing I do want to point out that was a hassle with building this set, although it does look very nice in the end, is the swamp. There's like at least 2 or 3 layers of 1x1 translucent square studs to make up this swamp, and it is a tedious process. Yes, it looks nice in the end, but I feel like a lot of this could have been done with 1x2 tiles or something like that. Like the 1x1s were a little bit much, and yeah, probably up the piece count. I'd even go as far as say a majority of this set is just made up of those 1x1s. Anyway, it does have an exclusive printed tile with the famous Yoda quote, "Do or do not, there is no try." And that's referencing Luke trying to lift the X-Wing out of the swamp, which is represented pretty well in this diorama. You got at least a bit of an X-Wing wing sticking out of the swamp. You can't really move it or anything, because again, scenery build. And I don't know, it looks really well done. You do have a way of putting Luke here to try and force it out of the swamp, using those translucent pieces right there, and you could just stick that anywhere on the diorama you guys see fit. You can fit at least all 3 minifigures around here if you play around a little bit. I just have the 2 displayed right here because that's how I like to display it. You do get at least a few creatures in this swamp, like a snake, and there is a turtle that is peeking out from behind there, so he's kind of a little well hidden, and you'd only notice that if you were building the set. On that, he fits in there quite well. Another thing I want to point out is the background as well with the trees. Looks beautifully well done. Definitely don't really have any complaints for that. It's just well put together. Same thing goes for Yoda's hut. Definitely seems to scale with how it looked in the movies. So again, props to LEGO for that. I can't stress enough that this is not meant to be played with, so we'll see why I stress that when it comes to Yoda's hut in just a second here. You do have you have a lamp and a light thing set up there as well. I don't know, flipping it all the way to the back, you can see it's a little bit cut off, and you can see a little bit on the inside of Yoda's hut, and there I have Yoda displayed in there over a pot of stew. If you remove the minifigure right here carefully, it's a little hard to get him in there, but it looks kind of cool once you do. It's a little hard to stick your fingers in to mess around with anything. So anyway, there is a little bed right in the corner over there. There is what seems to be a holocron right there as well, so that's a nice cool attention to detail. As well as we have Yoda's lightsaber just hanging out right there. No blade included, so it's, again, display purposes only. You do have a pot of stew, and there is like a dark green stud inside of it. It's a little hard to take out and put back in, so bear with me when I say it's just it's a stud that's the exact same color as this, stacked on top of one another inside that pot of stew or whatever. Not really much else to talk about for the interior of this. I don't know, this just looks like a really cool display build. It's not too big. The box made it look like it was a lot larger, but it's pretty well sized. Anyway, not really much else to say regarding this build. I feel like I've covered everything, so let's move on to the minifigures that are included in this set. Alright, here we have the first 2 minifigures that are included in this set. On the right, we have Yoda. This is not an exclusive minifigure. It is basically the exact same one that was included in the 2018 Yoda's Hut that was a playscale set. Right down to the torso print and the molded head. He does have a walking cane as his accessory, but yeah, not much else of interest for him. As for Luke, he technically is an exclusive minifigure, but technically not. It's mainly due to the fact that his torso looks a little different, like with the wrinkles. Other than that, it's basically the exact same thing. Like, here's a comparison for you guys if you're wondering. It looks not that much different. The legs are an exclusive printing to this set, so that's also kind of nice. I don't know. He does have a double-sided facial expression, so pretty cool that you have some options with that. Yeah, not really much else to say about these two minifigures. Let's have a look at the third figure. For the third minifigure, we have R2-D2 all muddied up. So pretty nice that they started to include back torso printing on R2-D2. There's supposed to be a clean version in the trash compactor diorama. I think that one will not stay exclusive. This one probably might stay exclusive just to this set because they don't normally release a Dagobah training set or Dagobah set that often, and if they do, it's already been proven that they aren't doing back torso printing on all the astromech droids yet as the test recording with the Obi-Wan Starfighter. So even more with my theory of this is just going to be an essentially really exclusive figure just to this set. Very cool. It's definitely a unique take on the already released R2-D2 that is a clean version. Anyway, not much else to say about these figures. Let's have a look at what else is included in this set. Taking a look at the instructions, you have more or less the box art with a QR code if you want to build the set digitally. Flipping open to the first page, feel free to pause the video wherever you guys see fit. We got a little info on the Dagobah training diorama and who designed or directed the set for its creation. Then you have the exact same thing in a bunch of different languages. And on the other page, it tells you more about the scene that this is based on. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Like that they're doing that. Kind of adds to that uniqueness for this set. Anyway, it just goes to tell you how to build the set. So yeah, anyway, typical building instructions. Like I was mentioning earlier, there is literally an entire section used just for telling you where to put the studs or the tiles. So, painful process. 177 tiles and 39 studs. That's just already like 200 pieces, give or take. Anyway, flipping all the way to the back, there is just a parts listing that goes on for at least another page, as shown right here. You got feedback and win, and then just a Star Wars logo on the back. In terms of extra parts, this is all that I got in my copy of the set. Overall, I think this is a really well-executed set with what LEGO was trying to accomplish for a diorama set. It's an iconic scene with an iconic quote, and it looks beautiful on a shelf, if I say so myself. I would definitely suggest picking this up if you're okay with the tedious building of the one-by-one studs and tiles. Again, not my favorite part of the build. I really think it should have been 1x2s or something. Like, nothing that's super repetitive, that's like 200 pieces repetitive, you know what I mean? Anyway, definitely pick this up if you just want to spend a lot of money to have a nice shelf display piece. This is probably the best out of the current 3 dioramas, in my opinion. So, yeah, anyway, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you all in a future video. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.